welcome back. Now in this tutorial we're going to be talking about perpendicular lines. Now let's have two lines on the Cartesian plane that are perpendicular. In other words, these lines meet at right angles. Now it's important for you to know that if two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their gradients is always equal to -1. That means that if line L1 has gradient m, then the other line L2 should have the gradient -1/m, such that the product of their gradients will give us -1. Now let's take a look at this example. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining the points 0, 8 and -4, 10. Okay, so in this case we want to find the perpendicular bisector of a line joining 2 points. Right, so let's just have a little drawing on this. So we've got 2 points whose coordinates are known, and we're looking for the perpendicular bisector of the line joining these 2 points. So it's a perpendicular line that bisects the line joining the 2 points, and it makes a right angle here. So that's the equation. Let's call this line L. We want to find the equation of this line L, which is the perpendicular bisector of the line joining the points 0, 8 and -4, 10. Now in order for us to find the equation of any line, we need 2 things. We need a point on the line and we need the gradient. Let's start with the gradient. First thing is we're going to find the gradient of the line joining the 2 points. So the gradient, let's call this line AB. So it's gradient of the line AB. Then that means that we'll be saying 8 minus 10 divided by 0 minus -4, which is -2 divided by 4. So the gradient is -1/2. That's the gradient of the line AB. Now this is going to help us find the gradient of line L. And for the gradient of line L, since line AB is -12, then the gradient of line L, since they are perpendicular, should be equal to 2, such that the product of these 2 lines should give us -1. So we now have the gradient of line L, and now what's left for us is for us to find the coordinates of any point on line L. And the point that we can find on line L is actually the midpoint of AB. That's the point that we're going to use, right? So next in line is for us to find the midpoint of AB. Now for the midpoint of AB, we're using the points 0, 8 and -4, 10. So it will be 0 plus -4 divided by 2 and 8 plus 10 divided by 2. That's how we find the midpoint of AB. And we're going to get -4/2 and 18/2, which therefore will give us the midpoint coordinates as -2, 9. So that's the midpoint of AB. Now, since we have the gradient of line L and a point on line L, which is the midpoint of AB, then we can now find the equation of the line L using our formula y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. So we'll be having y minus 9 is equal to the gradient, which we found to be 2 of x minus -2. So it becomes x plus 2. So we get y minus 9 is equal to 2x plus 4. Then y is equal to 2x plus 13. And that's our final solution. That's the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining the 2 points.